ಅಯ್ಯೋ ದೇವರೇ, 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ
ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತರ ನಾವು
ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ. 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ
100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು.
100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ
100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐತೆ. 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ಬರೀ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ ರಂಗಣ್ಣ.
ನಾನೇನಪ್ಪಿನ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೀನಿ. ವೈಷ್ಣವ ಜನ ತೋ ತೇನೆ ಕಹಿಯೇ ಜೆ ಪೀಡ ಪರಾಯಿ ಜಾನೆ ರೇ.
Welcome after this short break. I know you were all curiously glued onto the idiot box, but the topic we are speaking right now is not idiotic. It is something which is morally right, which has a message for the society. I have been repeating message. Please do go and watch this movie on YouTube. It is called as 100 rupees, a short movie, or a Kannada short movie film. So I'll just ask the sir quickly as to what it is, because it just went by the slip of my tongue. So what is it named as in YouTube?
It is 100 rupees, or you can also search for Nooru Rupayi. In Kannada it means 100 rupees. So since it's a Kannada film, you can search for 100 rupees short film or Nooru Rupayi Kannada short film.
So coming back to the movie, coming to something which is very serious, how did your journey begin for this movie? How was the journey which started off initially, which went on to magnanimous proportions because it's getting good reviews from many celebrities? I'll come to the celebrities on the latter part, but how did your journey begin?
Well, I guess all good films begin with a good story. I think that's key to any good film. You should have a story that comes from your heart, and to me, I felt this is a story that needs to be told to people, so you keep thinking about the story, and the more you think about it, you feel that it has to be on screen. So somewhere that idea comes into your mind, and it stays there, and after a point of time you have a burning desire to put it on film. That's where I think every good film starts. So yes, started out with the story, so I kept thinking and I started narrating the story to Shilpa, to Raghav, and I got very good response. They were pretty excited about the story. So
I want to tell one thing. When he was narrating the story, I was hearing it, and suddenly when he told the whole story, I was stunned by the end of it. So goosebumps, you get the shivering in your, yeah, Prashant, this is it, this is our story, it needs to be told to everyone, this is it, we are done. So that's how the story should be.
So what was the duration that you took to prepare the script? That is your pre-production time, because forget the auditions, forget the selection of the cast and crew. What was the time, what was that you spent on the script, and what did you have to sacrifice personally to write that script? Because you are a working professional, movie is not mainstream for you, so what was it?
yeah, a good film is always made in pre-production time. That's what I always tell student filmmakers also. You have to devote enough time for pre-production. One is to develop the story. Often the first cut seems to be interesting, but there are a lot of loopholes. You have to rework and fine tune the story, and most of the times you have to sit with the people who are going to be in your film, and discuss and fine tune with them. And in our case, I would say we had to visit the village a lot of times, even before we got into the cast and the crew, to understand their life, their language, so unless a film is believable, I don't think it'll really hit the audience. So we had to get into small aspects of village life, understand. Yes, we do have an advantage, you know, we Shilpa's, that's Shilpa's native village, but still to make a film there's a lot of finer aspects. For instance, we had to understand how a panchayat office works. We have to understand what is the kind of money that they earn, because these kind of things are very important to the film. The local language. So all these things we worked out during the pre-production time. Every weekend we had to go to the village, you know. So every Saturday morning we would just drive along, enjoy the drive, and be there, spend 2 days. And slowly I think we worked towards the production.
So sir is very romantic. He just told that we are going on long drives, but coming on a serious note.
Actually, I hate to drive, you know, I just hate to drive. And when we had to go to villages, to her village every year, you know, I used to hate to drive. We always took somebody along. I would just wait for the drive to end. But all that changed when we went to make this film. I was the one ready sitting in the car and said, let's go, you know. I think that's how a film really bites you.
As I was saying, nativity is very important for the movie, and it's been seen throughout. Maybe you could relate it to it in a better way because it was ma'am's village, or did you empathize yourself in the position of Arvind, which is the name of the leading protagonist who's played, or how was it? Did you see it from a director's perspective, or did you put yourself in the shoes of that character and tell, boss, this is what I'm going to show, this is me in that little boy's mind, heart? So how did this?
I think it's a bit of both. You will have to first look at the entire film from a director's perspective or from a story writer's perspective, and then when you develop the characters, I think you will have to enter each one of their mind and try to understand how their imaginary world is. And also I think you'll have to study, you know, kids, and that really helped us during the auditions. So we spent time with a lot of kids, and we made a lot of changes to the script also, trying to understand what their daily routine is, what their language is, what they enjoy doing after school, the body language, those kind of things. Yes, you have to get into a character's shoes and try to imagine things from their perspective.
Correct. So did you have the characters before writing the script in your mind? No, these are going to be my characters, or was it, no, I will just select them after the script? Was it decided beforehand?
Most of the characters are decided beforehand, but I think you have to be flexible enough to fine-tune the characters as you go along. For instance, for the grandfather's role, I thought a 65-year-old, you know, granddad would be much older. When we started auditioning, he's not as old as he really looks. So there are certain mannerisms, certain aspects that you will have to fine-tune. Along when you choose the cast, you will have to also change the script accordingly sometimes.
Okay. And how were the workshops conducted? Because I heard that one Mr. Joseph was a great performer, and he trained the children, because you require lots of patience to train the children, because sometimes they tend to get cranky, telling, oh no, leave me, this is enough, no, I just want to go away. And also you had your daughter, she would be like, daddy, yen martidira, what are you doing, isn't it?
No, I think the biggest challenge for us is to get the right cast for the film, because we don't have the luxury to work with a professional cast. You know, short films are made with small budget, and we do not have enough reach to pull out, you know, professional actors. So that was, I think that was the biggest challenge when we started the film. But yes, we were very particular that we have to find the right cast to suit that character, because if you get the casting right, I think half your job is done. So we went through a lot of hard work to do that. Second, like you said, yes, we conducted acting workshops along with acting coach Joseph, who really helped bring out the inhibitions. I learned a lot of acting from him too during the workshops. Not just the children, it's even the adult cast. You know, most of them are, rather all of them are first timers, never been in front of a camera. So to bring out that inhibition and then start acting is something that Joseph really helped bring out. He started with a lot of day-to-day mannerisms, you know. He convinced us that acting is something that we do every day. There's no special training required, right? If you're late to office, you act in front of your boss, you know. If you're on sick leave, you cough and you know, on the phone. So I think he brought that out beautifully in everybody and started making them do a lot of simple things, and that's how. And then he slowly got into the actual acting required for the film and the dialogue. So that really helped tremendously to bring out, I think, a tremendous, a very natural performance by all first timers.
So we are actually missing Joseph sir over here, because we badly wanted him to be here, because so that he could enact something, he could act like a kid. And if you are going to give a message to Joseph sir, what would that be right now?
Well, thank you, Joseph sir. You made a lot of difference. You helped us bring out our inhibitions, and I think he changed the entire feel of the film, because it feels so natural. Everybody is so natural. It doesn't feel like anybody is really acted. That's the feedback I got from a lot of people who watched. So thank you so much, Joseph.
So also we are all happy to thank Joseph sir, because your movie won the best ensemble cast. Please do stay tuned. Do take a break on www.gravifynews.com.